Hello, I'm BJ Ericon. I'm a massage therapist and the owner of Bothell Integrated Health. I offered to do this series of videos for Flywheel because I know they want new customers as well as veteran fans of indoor cycling to stay healthy so they can stay on track with their physical conditioning goals. When you come to Flywheel for your workout, you want to challenge yourself. You want to give it your all. You want to get the most you can out of your session. So don't sell yourself short. Take the necessary time after you work out to stretch and get the maximum benefit from time spent at Flywheel. I've been practicing medical massage for 19 years now, and over the years, I've noticed a trend. Many patients come in with avoidable injuries after beginning a sincere effort at physical conditioning. With cycling in particular, I've seen at first people giving it their all and then ending up at my clinic on my table due to injury and pain. Unnecessary low back pain seems to be the most common condition I treat for people that have recently entered into a vigorous cycling program. The pain usually leaves the re-emerging athlete with a self-doubt and a feeling of fragility, ultimately bringing their effort to improve their health to a halt, believing they are just too fragile or no longer built right for the sport of cycling. In the next few videos, we'll be showing you how to avoid these preventable injuries that may lead you to stop your exercise regimen, which you definitely don't want to do. Your current and future health is paramount, and we want you to achieve the success you deserve from your efforts at Flywheel and enjoy the benefits of vibrant health. I find that most people enjoy learning about how their bodies work. However, if you wish to skip this part and get right to the stretches, please feel free to do so. So, many of the folks that come to see me in my clinic due to pain from trying to overcome a sedate lifestyle with vigorous cycling, they suffer from a neurological phenomenon. It is actually a recalibration of the dynamic ranges of motion of the muscles involved with flexion and extension of the spine. Let me show you what I mean. You know how when you carry a bag of heavy groceries for a while, say 10 or 20 minutes, with your arm bent at a 90-degree angle, and then you set it down? Oftentimes you feel like you just can't straighten it out afterwards, right? And that's called temporary sensory motor amnesia. Your cerebellum and brainstem have temporarily recalibrated the dynamic range of motion for the muscles that had the load on them. It is temporary, so it's no big deal. If you do nothing, you'll get full range of motion back in a minute or so. But if you take that load and you carry it not for a few minutes, but for an hour or more every day, or for several days of the week, the sensory motor amnesia can become a default setting and no longer temporary. A neurological habit that when ingrained can only be overcome with effort to restore full function. Now let's take that concept and apply it to the deep muscles of the abdomen, specifically the psoas muscles, which when contracted on one side raise the thigh. When contracted on both sides, they're the strongest trunk flexor in the body. When we're cycling, we're using the psoas in a shortened position. And it can be a long time, it can be a very intense workout. Then we get off our bike and we feel like this. Low back muscles are tight, it feels like the low back is weak, but what's really going on is the psoas muscles aren't letting go. They're not releasing contraction and they're overpowering the spinal muscles. The same thing can happen when we're driving for a long period of time. We tend to work the right pedal a lot in a seated position, the psoas is shortened, and when we get up, the dynamic range of motion has been recalibrated and you get out of the car and you kind of feel like, ugh. Does that seem familiar? Because I've definitely felt that before. The way to avoid this pain is to listen to your Flywheel instructors and take the time after class to stretch your core muscles so they are balanced and your trunk can perform in its normal range of motion again. Coming next, the standing psoas stretch.